Have you ever believed that the law of attraction is the fastest way to become rich, happy, and have everything you ever wanted? I'm sorry to say, that's only half the truth. And it's the missing half, the one no one ever tells you about, that's actually the reason you keep failing. Have you ever spent hours trying to attract what you desire, and yet nothing seems to happen? You've tried visualizing, you've spoken your affirmations, you've written down your desires every single day. You've worked so hard to trust that the universe would respond. But still nothing. No doors opening, no miracles unfolding, just that heavy feeling of disappointment creeping in, filling your heart with doubt and leaving you wondering, am I the exception? Is the law of attraction just some spiritual scam? If you're practicing the law of attraction and it's not working for you, it's not because you're unworthy. It's because you were taught the wrong way from the very beginning. It's heartbreaking how most of the manifestation guides out there are just rushed, watered-down shortcuts, missing the true and sacred foundations you actually need to know about the law of attraction. Imagine you're driving a high-powered sports car, but you take a wrong turn. The more you step on the gas, the farther away you get from your true destination. That's exactly how many people are using the law of attraction. A profoundly powerful tool, but applied the wrong way. And the real danger is this: the more persistent you are, the further you drift from the life you're truly meant to live. I know that feeling, and I also understand why millions of people are stuck in this endless loop, unable to break free. It's not because they lack faith. It's not because they lack desire. They're only missing one crucial thing: truly understanding how the universe actually operates. This video isn't another quick 3-step manifesting hack. This is a clear, complete, and brutally honest roadmap to the law of attraction, like nothing you've ever seen before. I'm going to share with you the 5 most dangerous misconceptions, mistakes that almost everyone is making without even realizing it. These 5 distortions don't just block your success, they actually pull you further away from the natural flow of the universe. If you skip this video, chances are you'll keep falling into the same exhausting cycle. Visualize, hope, disappointment, then visualize again and get disappointed again. I'm not here to tell you what feels good. I'm not here to lull you into fake positivity. What you're about to hear might be hard to swallow, because it's raw, it's direct, and it's far more real than most people are ready to accept. But if you're tired of endlessly manifesting without results, if you're awake enough to realize you need something clearer, something truer, then this video could be a turning point for you. Because instead of wasting more years or even an entire lifetime heading down the wrong path, you can spend the next few minutes being fully present, not just to watch a video, but to begin the most aligned journey of your entire life. The dark side 1. Don't get seduced by instant manifestation mindset. Everyone has their own unique journey. Have you ever seen someone claim they manifested a huge amount of money within just 24 hours? Someone else sharing that after just one night of visualization, they met the love of their life? And then when you look back at your own journey, you realize you've been visualizing, you've been trusting, you've been taking action, but the results still haven't shown up. That creeping feeling of doubt starts to slip into your mind. You begin to wonder, am I doing something wrong? Has the universe forgotten about me? But no, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just falling into a very dangerous trap: comparison. Just because someone else manifested what they wanted in 24 hours doesn't mean you're supposed to do it at the same speed. And if you pressure yourself to match someone else's timeline, you might actually be pushing what you desire even further away. The law of attraction doesn't operate by a one-size-fits-all timeline. Everyone's manifestation speed is different, and the reason lies deep within, because every single person carries a completely unique inner foundation. Imagine 2 people, both trying to attract $1 million. The first person already runs their own business, has a solid network, a mindset wired for abundance, a passion for learning, and a daily practice of personal growth. Meanwhile, the second person is unemployed, buried under heavy debts, carrying inner beliefs like, "I don't know how I'll survive tomorrow," "Money is a constant struggle," and "If only I had $1 million, I could escape this misery." Who do you think would need more time to turn their desires into reality? Clearly, adjusting your inner world, releasing limiting beliefs, and building a brand new foundation from scratch demands immense time, effort, and patience. On top of that, there's another crucial factor that many people tend to overlook: the scale and complexity of what you are trying to attract. A simple meal could show up within a few hours, but a multi-million-dollar mansion, a soul-healing relationship, a sustainable, thriving career, all of those require a sophisticated sequence of events, a synchronized alignment, and multiple factors coming together at the perfect moment. You want to build a successful business? Maybe you need to purify old mindsets, conquer deep-rooted fears, and develop real-world skills. Things that without them, even if you manifest success, you wouldn't be able to sustain it for long. And here's the most subtle truth that almost everyone misses: the divine timing of the universe. In Ecclesiastes 3:1, the Bible says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." This affirms an undeniable truth. Every outcome requires its own divine timing. Not sooner, not later. Only when you are truly ready, when you are truly aligned, will the universe finally deliver the gift you have been praying for all along. The things you desire have always existed. They are waiting for you. They are ready. But the universe hasn't hit send yet. Not because the universe is stingy, not because it wants to disappoint you, but because every great delivery in life requires a moment of perfect convergence. A moment when your desire, your current level of growth, the readiness of your surroundings, and the higher role you are meant to fulfill all come together and say, in one voice, "It's time." It's just like harvesting a crop. No one harvests rice while it's still green. If you rush it, you only end up picking fruit that's not ripe, not sweet, not ready to nourish you. Success, love, money, happiness, they are exactly the same. You cannot force them to arrive before their divine time. So if you're on your manifestation journey and things haven't shown up yet, don't rush. Don't look at someone else's results and punish yourself with toxic comparisons. Don't ask why they got it in a week while you've been waiting a year and still see nothing. Don't doubt your worth just because your timeline looks different from theirs. They have their journey, you have yours, and every journey deserves absolute respect. If you haven't manifested anything big yet, be patient. Don't give up, but also, don't demand something enormous when you're just learning how to take your very first steps. Manifest the things that are closer to you, the small goals, the tangible results, the steady, gentle steps forward. If you're trying to manifest an ex back after a painful relationship, don't rush to set a goal like they'll come back in 24 hours. Set a closer goal. Manifest peace within your own heart. Manifest the ability to love yourself first. When you have that, either your ex will naturally return, or someone new, someone far better, will walk into your life. If you're trying to manifest a financial breakthrough, don't rush to beg for a lottery win. Set a closer goal. Manifest a 20% or 50% increase in your current income. This is the exact number I used for myself and for the people I've guided. With a goal this close and grounded, it usually only takes 1 to 3 months to see tangible results, as long as you take consistent, aligned action. And once you absorb this lesson deeply, you'll begin to change how you see everything. You'll realize Not everything you want needs to come right away. It's not about the faster the better. You'll stop worrying, stop rushing, stop measuring your worth against someone else's clock, and instead you'll walk each step firmly, breathe each breath fully, anchored in the deep trust that the universe has never abandoned you. But even within this patience, there's another hidden trap quietly waiting for you. A trap that, if you don't see it, will leave you stuck once again. A trap that doesn't come from impatience or from a lack of effort, but from something that seems so right, so positive, yet ends up throwing your manifestation journey into chaos. We need to uncover it right now, because if we don't, all your efforts will slip back to zero. The dark side to positive. In the wrong way, fake frequency leads to fake results. Have you ever felt like you're trying so hard to be positive, but inside, you're exhausted, hollow, and filled with doubt? You smile, you say words of gratitude, you read your affirmations every morning, you try to act like everything is fine. But the harder you try to act fine, the more restless and suffocated you feel inside, as if you're suppressing a tidal wave of emotions, screaming to be released. That's not positivity, that's denial. There's so many people using the law of attraction in a way that ignores their real emotions. Let's look at a few real-life examples. A girl, after a breakup, tries to act fine all the time. She posts stories of herself going out, eating, laughing. But at night, she's sad and doesn't dare cry, doesn't dare think about her pain because she's afraid that thinking about it will attract more of it. So she forces herself to ignore the wound that's quietly growing inside her. A man loses his job and keeps telling himself, "I'm grateful because now I have more time to improve my skills." But deep down, he feels like a failure, feels worthless, feels ashamed, and he has no safe space to let it out. Many people mistakenly believe if you want to manifest good things, you have to always be positive, always be cheerful, always stay high vibe at all time. And from that belief, they begin to reject their true emotions. They hide their sadness, they avoid their pain, they lock their fears away in a dark corner and slap a label on it that says, "I'm fine, I'm happy." What I want to tell you is this: you cannot heal yourself by pretending the broken pieces inside you don't exist. According to Brené Brown, one of the leading researchers on vulnerability and compassion, she once said, "You can't selectively numb emotions. When you numb pain, you also numb joy." When you deny your pain, you're not just denying your wounds. You're also shutting down your ability to fully experience happiness. Research from the University of Texas also shows that suppressing negative emotions increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone, making your body tired, more vulnerable, and significantly weakening its natural healing ability. Suppressing emotions is not healing. Suppression is just running away. And the universe never responds to running away. The universe doesn't ask you to always wear a bright smile. It doesn't ask you to slap a positive label over every shadowed corner of your soul. The universe only asks for something much simpler. Be honest. Both positivity and negativity have their place. Both carry important messages. Both are essential parts of your soul's journey to grow and expand. Because sometimes it's the very pain you're trying to avoid, the very darkness you're trying to hide, that holds the doorway to your strongest, truest, and most complete self. If you want to attract a healthy love, the universe isn't just going to drop a perfect person into your life while you're still carrying the fear of abandonment. The universe will first require you to face and heal that fear. It will guide you through experiences of loneliness, through heartbreak, so you can learn to love yourself first, so that you will no longer love someone out of need, but love from a place of wholeness. If you want abundant wealth, the universe won't just rain money down into your life. It will shine a light on the hidden places inside you, the shame around talking about money, the feelings of unworthiness, the fear of failure. And you will have to face them, transform them so that you can truly become someone who can hold wealth without being crushed by it. If you want freedom, the universe will reveal all the places where you've been chaining yourself, to other people's expectations, to the fear of judgment, to the invisible cages you unknowingly built around your own life. And here's the hard truth. You can repeat hundreds of affirmations every day. You can meditate, visualize, write down dozens of goals. But if deep inside you there are still parts left unhealed, wounds still waiting to be embraced, then all those techniques are just like putting duct tape over a shattered mirror. It doesn't fix anything. It only covers the cracks until the pressure inside becomes too great and everything shatters again. Whether you want it or not, the law of attraction will not let you bypass your pain. It won't allow you to skip the lessons. It won't let you fake it till you make it. It will pull you back to the deepest place within yourself, where you must face, must accept, must heal from the very root. There are no shortcuts. There is no magical leap past the hurt. There is only the journey through the darkness, with courage, with absolute honesty with yourself. And sometimes transformation doesn't begin with positive affirmations. It doesn't begin with a fake smile. It doesn't begin with forcing yourself to hold it together and pretend you're okay. It begins with a deep, heavy sigh, a moment of breaking down into tears, a moment when you pause in the middle of all the chaos and dare to ask, where am I truly hurting? What feelings have I been abandoning for so long? And when you're brave enough to look at that truth, without blame, without judgment, just simply looking, you'll see everything begin to move in a completely different way. Because when you are truly living from your inner truth, you no longer emit a fake frequency. You no longer attract from fear. You no longer create fake results. You become fuller, brighter, clearer. And it is in that moment that the law of attraction responds to you powerfully, naturally, without force. But the manifestation journey doesn't end here, because there is still another dark side, subtle, easy to fall into, often hiding behind a perfectly logical disguise. If you don't recognize it, you'll continue to drift away from the natural flow of the universe without even realizing it. We need to uncover this now, because this next understanding might just be the biggest turning point in your entire manifestation journey. The dark side. 3. The law of attraction is not a magic lamp. One of the most harmful misunderstandings about the law of attraction is believing that all you have to do is sit still, visualize hard enough, write a few passionate affirmations, and the universe will automatically hand you what you want. Like the magic lamp in the story of Aladdin, you think you can just rub it, make a wish in your mind, and instantly every desire will come true? But reality doesn't work that way. The law of attraction isn't some glittering fairy tale magic. It's not a messenger knocking on your door delivering your gift in a golden box. It's not some mystical shipping system that can override all the practical limits in your life through a few positive thoughts. In truth, the law of attraction is simply the one who hands you a map filled with vague clues, unexpected turns, subtle signals, and tiny opportunities that you must have the sharp eyes and the courage to recognize. It might show up as a sudden flash of an idea while you're showering. It might be a job opportunity you overhear during a casual conversation at a coffee shop. It might be an invitation to a workshop you almost decline out of laziness. Or an old friend reaching out of nowhere, carrying an opportunity you never saw coming. Imagine that what you desire is a treasure hidden behind an ancient door. The law of attraction can lead you to that door, show you where it is. But whether you have the courage to walk up to it, to turn the handle, to push it open, that is entirely up to you. If you don't take action, if you don't move forward, if you don't dare to step across the threshold, the treasure will remain forever on the other side. The law of attraction doesn't do it for you, it only connects. You must claim. In James 2:17, the Bible offers a profound truth. Faith without works is dead. You can believe you are worthy of love, but if you don't have the courage to step out of a toxic relationship, that belief will remain trapped in your mind, never becoming reality. You can believe you are destined for wealth, but if you refuse to learn, to invest in yourself, to face failure and keep moving forward, how can abundance ever find its way to you? Even geniuses like Einstein didn't just sit around waiting for inspiration from the universe. He once said, "Intuition is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." He honored intuition, but he also worked tirelessly to turn those flashes of insight into scientific achievements that changed the world. Without action, intuition is just a wisp of smoke. Without action, the law of attraction is just a forgotten map left in a drawer. Nothing else. The founder of Apple, one of the greatest creative icons of our time, once said, "Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary." But what's important to remember is this: Jobs didn't just sit still and feel into that vision. He took action, he failed, he stood back up, he fought with all his passion and relentless effort to bring that vision into reality. If you just sit there, writing affirmations every morning, visualizing your dream life in your mind, but take no action toward it, you're fooling yourself. You're not manifesting anything, you're daydreaming. And the law of attraction, just like the universe, does not respond to drifting dreams. It responds to the energy of action. The law of attraction doesn't reward those who dream more. It responds to those who know how to turn their desires into concrete actions. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you are desperate to escape your current job, a place that leaves you feeling suffocated, uninspired, and drained every single day. You begin practicing the law of attraction. You write affirmations. You visualize each morning that you have a new job, one that's freer, more flexible, higher paying. And then the universe starts. One day, you stumble upon a video about freelancing skills. A friend invites you to a weekend networking event. Or your best friend's company happens to be hiring for a role that perfectly matches your talents. These are the puzzle pieces, the tiny opportunities the law of attraction sends to test. Are you truly ready? But if you start making excuses, "I don't feel like going out, I'm probably not good enough, I'll never get the job anyway," you ignore those signals. The universe will still keep sending other signs: a random email, a podcast about a skill you need to learn, a stranger casually mentioning the very industry you're trying to break into. The signs keep repeating like quiet knockings on your door. But if you keep ignoring them, if you keep refusing to act, then don't wonder why you're not getting any closer to what you desire. The law of attraction never forces you. It doesn't beg you. It simply invites you. And action is the only bridge between desire and reality. Listen to those signals. Be brave enough to take small steps. Dare to act, even if it's just one tiny action each day. Don't wait for perfect inspiration before you move. It's action itself that activates the next layer of guidance from the universe. You're beginning to see it more clearly now, aren't you? You are stepping out of the group of people who only live in fleeting dreams. You are becoming part of the 1%, the serious, awakened souls who truly master the law of attraction. And the journey continues, because ahead there are still more subtle traps, quiet, hidden barriers you didn't even know were holding you back. Stay awake, because sometimes just one small misstep can make you miss the miracle that's already so close. The dark side. The law of attraction doesn't bring you bad luck. Every problem comes from within. When you begin your journey of self-transformation, it's very easy to slip into panic. You keep positive thoughts, you meditate, you visualize beautiful things. Yet instead of your life blossoming, everything seems to fall apart. Your job becomes unstable, your relationships break down, your finances decline. The question instantly pops up in your mind: why is it that the more I practice the law of attraction, the worse everything gets? Many people, in that moment of confusion, start blaming. They blame the law of attraction. They get angry at the universe. They think, I tried to be better and the universe brought me nothing but bad luck. But the truth is not that at all. The law of attraction doesn't bring negativity to you. It doesn't punish you. The struggles you face are not because you started practicing positivity. They are the results of seeds you sowed long ago. When you were living in doubt, fear, and scarcity, you were broadcasting chaotic signals. And now, as you start to shift, those old signals are bearing fruit. And fruit does not discriminate. It simply reflects the frequency you once sent out, not to harm you, but to show you the truth and invite you to adjust. There's a second truth few people recognize. When you ask for something new, a more prosperous life, a better version of yourself, the universe needs to clear out the old foundation before the new can be built. Just like you cannot build a skyscraper on rotten ground, you must tear down. You must level the weak and outdated structures. And during that demolition process, from the outside, everything will look chaotic. If you don't understand this law, it's easy to think you're being destroyed. But if you stay awake, you'll see, within the breakdown itself, the seeds of something new are being quietly planted. Stop blaming. Start seeing every hardship as an essential part of your rebirth. You are not being punished, you are being purified. Oprah Winfrey is a living testament to this truth. Born into poverty, enduring abuse from a young age, she faced pains that many could never imagine. But instead of blaming the world, Oprah chose to rise. She once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." It's this spirit that allowed her to manifest an extraordinary life, not by magic, but by transforming her deepest wounds into unshakable inner strength. If today your life feels like it's shaking apart, don't rush to think you're being punished. Understand that the universe is clearing the way. Every hardship is a necessary piece in dismantling old limitations you never even saw before. And if you are brave enough not to blame, awake enough not to resent, you have already stepped one foot into mastering your own destiny. The story of Joseph in the Bible also offers a profound illustration. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned, Joseph had every reason to be bitter toward the world. But he didn't. He kept his integrity. He kept working hard. He trusted that every twist of fate had a greater reason. In the end, Joseph rose to rule all of Egypt, saving millions during a devastating famine. Joseph didn't succeed by luck. He succeeded because he understood every trial was a stepping stone, preparing him to become worthy of the destiny he was meant to fulfill. The law of attraction operates by the same principle. It doesn't hand you what you desire instantly. It tests you. It purifies you. It requires you to become the version of yourself strong enough to hold what you've asked for. If you only want to attract without being willing to change, if you only want to receive without being willing to release your old habits, the law of attraction will keep everything in a state of waiting. You must be the first to change. You must shed the layers of fear, resentment, and insecurity that have wrapped around you for so many years. And when you truly grow, what you attract will arrive faster, more naturally, more powerfully. Remember, you are not a victim. You are a creator. No one else but you is responsible for what comes and goes in your life. And from that awareness, a new era begins. The dark side. 5. If you use the law of attraction with the wrong intention, you will pay the price. You want more money. You want recognition. You want to prove to those who once looked down on you that they were wrong. At first glance, it sounds like powerful motivation. But pause for a moment and ask yourself deeply, why are you truly manifesting? Is that desire coming from love or from fear, from devotion or from a thirst to control? You might tell yourself, I'm doing this because I want a better life. But be honest, what does better mean to you? Is it wealth so you no longer feel inferior? Is it being loved just to patch over the wounds inside your heart? Is it achieving success just to prove your worth to the world? The law of attraction doesn't respond to the words you speak. It responds only to the energy you truly emit from within. And more importantly, it responds to the intention behind your desire. The danger is, many people unconsciously use the law of attraction to pull toward themselves things that were never meant for them. A person who already belongs to someone else. A position that isn't truly theirs. An opportunity driven by greed or the fear of abandon. When your driving force is possession, control, or scarcity, even if the result comes, it will carry with it heavy consequences. Consequences that can even destroy your entire life. Bernie Madoff is a striking example. He was once seen as a financial success icon, managing over $60 billion, 0 cents, from global investors. He had everything most people dream of: wealth, power, fame. But behind that facade was a Ponzi scheme, built on greed and deception. And then what happened? It all collapsed. The wealth vanished. His reputation was shattered. His family fell into tragedy, and he ended his own life in prison. In every deep spiritual tradition, intention is always seen as the root that determines everything. Buddhism calls greed, anger, and ignorance the three poisons that corrupt the mind and lead to all suffering. You can practice manifestation every day. You can write down 100 wishes. You can repeat positive affirmations over and over. But if the engine beneath it all is still greed, competition, or the thirst for revenge, you are only amplifying those very poisons. The Bible emphasizes a similar truth. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. You can create a beautiful appearance. You can speak words that sound lovely. But the universe, like God, does not respond to what you pretend to show. The universe only responds to what is truly alive in your heart. So what's the deeper lesson here? The law of attraction is like a razor-sharp blade. It can carve out a path that leads you to the most miraculous things in life. But if you hold that blade with trembling hands full of fear, greed, or resentment, you will only end up hurting yourself. Never use the law of attraction with the wrong intention. Never manifest something just to feed your ego, just to prove your worth to others, or just to fill an empty void inside you. Anything you attract from that place, even if it comes, will only leave you feeling more wounded, more hollow. Manifest from kindness, from true self-love and love for the world, from a genuine desire to serve and to create real value. When your desires come from inner fullness, from a true connection to goodness, not only will the results come faster, they will sustain you, nourish you, and make you stronger, happier, and more fulfilled than you ever imagined. If you've made it this far, you are no longer who you used to be. Because the old you would have clicked away after 5 minutes. The old you would have chosen comfort, chosen to be soothed, instead of choosing truth. But you, the one still here, still moving forward, still ready, you are the rising version, a completely different version, a soul that truly longs to evolve. You have just peeled back the silent truths that very few dare to speak about the law of attraction. You have seen clearly that you cannot demand quick results while your inner world is still conflicted, still built on old foundations. Manifestation speed depends on your inner growth, not on your impatient outer desires. You have also understood that the law of attraction doesn't ask you to fake positivity, doesn't demand you to force happiness. It simply asks you to be honest with your emotions, to face them, to heal, and to radiate a true, powerful frequency from within. You have realized there is no magic falling from the sky if you just sit still. The law of attraction sends you signals, opportunities, doors, but you are the one who must rise, walk through, and act. You have awakened to know that you are not a victim. Every negative thing that ever happened wasn't a punishment from the heavens. It was the result of the old version of you, an invitation to evolve, to rebuild, and to reclaim your true self. And you have seen one profound truth. You cannot attract something truly great if your intention is misaligned from love and service. A desire born from greed, lack, or competition will always collapse on itself, from the inside out. Now you have a choice. Either continue living the old way, letting the old cycles repeat, or rise up, embrace this entire truth, and start rewriting the story of your life. Starting today. I am not here to help you manifest a car, a house, or a few $100,000. I am here to place in your hands a knowing, a real, accurate, sacred map, so that you can use the law of attraction as a true, powerful, sustainable, and safe tool to design the life you truly deserve. Right now, stand up. Change your frequency. Change the story you tell yourself. And for the first time in your life, truly attract what you deserve, with full awareness, unstoppable strength, and awakened power. This video ends here, but your true journey has only just begun. Keep watching the next videos to receive deeper tools, profound practices, and the most aligned secrets for mastering the law of attraction. I believe in you. Desachki, wish you all the success in the world.